just the way CB was back in the 60s and 70s, like that was the stepping stone to get into amateur radio. And I was quite surprised when I got involved with the GMRS groups at how many people, and they were all, real good people. They were like, people that were looking to get their ham tickets and stuff like that. And of course, you got some of the people on there, like everybody else. You got some that are the true CBers of the day. But for the most part, it's I've been making friends on there, and like I said, the local amateur club has a big GMRS group. Anyway, I'll stay for about one more. I'll get it back to Ed. And Ed, again, you got a good signal down here with the 950. Good luck with the new rig. And I'm running a Johnson 500, about 350 watts out, and a National NC 400, and that's my setup at the present time. So N2FRY, this is WA2PJP.
Yeah, N2FRY, very good on the Johnson there. Nice equipment. At least yours keeps your shack nice and healthy for sure. And yeah, I've got a BC610 that I want to get on the air, and I'm going to be selling that. My wife wants me to get rid of it before anything happens to me, because she wouldn't know what to do with it. Thing's a tank, literally. Well, it's a military issue, but thanks for the compliments on the signal. This thing's just barefoot, an MC60 microphone plugged into the rig with no processing at all. But we don't need no stinking processing on a good radio. And the the 950 SDX was their top of the line transceiver back in the late 90s, and it was $4,000, man, back in the late 90s. I remember them showing this rig at the Hamfest in Dayton, and it was the premier radio of the fest, man. Of course, today this radio wouldn't. But anyway, I don't know. I've got a ICOM 7610 sitting here, and a mint condition ICOM 756 Pro, and I've got 5 TS940s that I've bought for three of them junk. Literally, I think I paid $150 for one, or $175, under $200 for all of them, and restored them, got them back to work with the original power supply, not the switch mode. If you did that, you're a better man than me. I just rebuild the power supply that's in it and make it work correctly. Of course, fix all the solder joints and the dreaded dot issue with the phase lock and all that stuff. I've got that one pretty much memorized. But all the rigs I've got work beautifully. They do. They work fine. So I'll get them in the shack here back eventually, and probably part with two or three of them. Who knows? I got too many radios. I'm going to pass it back to you guys, and again, thanks for letting me jump in there and wish you Merry Christmas on 40 meters here, and I'm glad the rig's working well. It's sitting there purring like a kitten. It's such a nice radio. This 950 has been such a blessing, man. For $200, it was the cheapest, nicest radio I ever owned ever, and I hadn't even powered up the 7610. I don't care. I like this one more than anything. 73 N2FRY.
Yeah, I guess I'll take it, Ed. Very good. This is K1YW. And I remember a friend of mine was trying to get a 940 to work, and the PA had that power supply that failed, and I guess it sorged out the PA, and the idea was to try to fix the PA and replace the power supply, but maybe you have that under control. So yeah, very good. very good on those Kenmores. They're really nice rigs. I always like. I used to have a Kenmore it was an 870. That was a really nice rig back in the 90s. Beautiful audio, great receiver. I love that thing, and you know, I don't know why I did it, but I traded it for an ICOM 746, and what a disaster that was. A terrible trade. I wish I kept the Kenwood there. So yeah, okay, we'll let you guys go. Merry Christmas. If I don't hear you guys again in the days ahead before the end of the month there, so all good stuff. And yeah, I don't know, that's really good, that GMRS. I think it's well, you know, maybe give up your ham ticket and get a GMRS license. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. You have less junk in the shack. You just have a UHF rig there, and you're good to go. So I don't know. Maybe there's some incentive to go the other way there, Joe. Anyway, I'm just joking around, but yeah, well, maybe it's for real. WA2PJP and N2FRY K1YW.
I got to get me one of those rigs.
Oh, what a GMRS rig?
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, there's a guy, Warren, W2WFJ, that's trying to get me to do that, but I've got a beautiful UHF. I got a 22 element 440 beam up on the monster antenna system there, and that thing's really broad. It'll probably transmit there back to you.
Yeah, well, it's between 462 and 467 is where you got to go. And well, I wouldn't give up my amateur ticket to go to GMRS. I would not do that. But it's a neat little backup, and I'm actually surprised at how many people are on it, and in the clubs and stuff down here, at least down here on Long Island. And again, like some of the amateur clubs support the GMRS stuff, and a lot of those guys too are also on 11 meters as well. But a lot of them are getting their tickets. And the thing that really surprised me, I bought a couple of radios, a couple of HTs, a couple of mobiles, and I bought a company called Radio Oddity, and I think they're a spin-off of Bofang, and I bought a UHF VHF portable. Does 1, 5, and 10 watts, has the weather band in it, covers UHF VHF, and very, very nicely made. I got 2 batteries, a microphone, a charging station, shipped for $48, and I couldn't believe it. And the thing actually is a very nice radio. And then for my 2 kids, I bought the smaller radios, just so when they're out riding their bikes and stuff, I make them bring a radio with them. UHF, VHF, well, they're GMRS transmit only, but they'll receive UHF, VHF, and the FM band. But again, just transmit on the GMRS frequencies only. $35 shipped, with 2 antennas, the charging station, and they work great. I'm in shock at how nice these things work. And I, like I said, I bought them basically for my kids when they're riding their bikes. And but for $35, and I bought 2 of them. And even the mobile rig, I bought a mobile rig. It was $95, shipped, 20 watts. But I think they're all made by Bofang. They look very, very similar to the Bofang radios. But, just, like I said, I've been playing with them and having fun with them. And I make my kids take them when they go on the bike. Ed, back to you.